All right. If you have big issues, this is the place to be. So if you have SIBO issues, IBS issues, IBD issues, autoimmune issues, if you have severe bloating, folks, this is a big one. If you have severe bloating, if you have big digestive issues like it's bad, this is where you want to be, okay? This is not a sales pitch. I'm going to go super direct. I'm going to be as frank and transparent as I possibly can to explain everything. Does this work? Yes. The protocols are big. There's certain areas we're really good at helping. There's other areas we're good at helping, but we're not great. But within a few months, we will be great at those as well, because we've got some new things coming in the hopper to get us there. But right now, if you have diarrhea issues, bloating issues, constipation issues, and those things, we're really good at those areas, okay? Reflux, we're pretty good at it, meaning 75% within a reasonable timeline. The problem with reflux is there's a lot of factors that contribute to reflux. We will be really good at reflux in the next 4 months, okay? So, because I've got some things coming to kind of take us over the top on that. We're always improving protocols. Let me just start off with that, okay? So these protocols are based on the data that our science team is using. They take the clinical information, they apply it, and then we refine the protocols. That's what we're doing every single time, okay? So where did the protocols come from? They came from our science team and applying it a lot, okay? So that's where it came from. We built these based on what we see work, what we've seen people succeed with. So are there areas we're really good and are there other areas we're not as good at? Yes, that's just the truth. Do we help with all of them? Yes. But is like reflux more difficult than severe diarrhea and constipation issues and all that? Yeah, it is. Okay, let me explain a couple things. So when you see a big protocol and you're like, that's got to be really expensive, and I have people, they'll be like, that's just too big. That's like thousands of dollars a month. It's not. If you go on a really aggressive constipation protocol, that's 8 bottles a month of the upper GI relief, which you're probably going, my gosh, that's really expensive. If you buy it the way that we suggest, using subscribe and save and buying on the bundle, that's roughly $111, okay? That's the cost. $14 a bottle. That's a 44% savings off of the normal cost of a bottle, okay? We've taken bundle packages and then we put it on the subscribe and save. You're getting discounts on both the bundle and the subscribe and save. And the subscribe and save, you're going to be jumping on and off of that. The whole protocol is built so you can jump on and off of subscribe and save. It's not to have people locked in. It's not to make it difficult to get off of it. It's really easy to get off of it, okay? So let me start off with some basic things so that you're very clear, so that I can just say, just hear me out here. This is what works, okay? If you have really bad constipation and bloating, the upper GI relief, the high dosing of upper GI relief is going to deal with motility first. You're not going to hit bloating until you get into the high dose of cleanse, right? So if all of a sudden you're like 2 months in and you're like, I'm super regular, but I'm still bloated. I'm sorry, but yes, you're still bloated. Motility first, and then we deal with bloating second. If you come in and you have both constipation and diarrhea, you have both, you're going to focus on constipation first. What we have found over doing this a lot is when we get to the part to address the bacterial imbalances, we do an 8-week protocol with cleanse, okay? And cleanse is a binder. It's not a laxative. Not a laxative, people, not a laxative. So if you're taking it, and I'd say one of the biggest mistakes people do is they're like, oh, it's a laxative, and they start taking it for constipation and it plugs them up. The protocols are built the way they're built because they work. If you feel like you're super regular and you start moving into a really high dose of cleanse and you start to be less regular, it's because the cleanse is a binder. It's how it works. And I would suggest pulling back on the cleanse, reducing the dosing, and drinking a lot of water. The best thing to do is just follow the protocols. Address motility first, okay? So if you have diarrhea and you have constipation, please do the protocol for constipation first. Please, it will save us all a lot of problems. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Let's assume, so a lot of people want to do protocols and they kind of want to, they want to skinny them, they want to like skinny them down, right? They're like, I think I can get away with this. I think I can get away with that. In this case, please don't do it. Like, just don't. Like, if you've got moderate, or you have mild to moderate issues, do the moderate protocol. It's a million times easier to just feel better sooner than it is to have to rewind and start over again. So when in doubt, go more aggressive. Literally, like, I mean, in just full candor, it works. The products work, the protocols work, but if you kind of do them, it's not going to work. Okay, so let me throw out a couple things I've observed. So I work with customers directly a lot, and I build protocols. I've been custom building protocols. Okay, so I'll give somebody a protocol for constipation, and it's 4 upper GI relief 3 times a day. That's 12 capsules a day. And somebody will reach back out to me and they'll say, it's not working. And then they'll say something to the effect, but I only eat 2 meals a day, or I eat 1 meal a day, so I'm taking 4 capsules. Why do you think the protocol is not working? Because I asked you to do 12 capsules a day, and because you're only eating once or twice a day, you're only getting 4 to 8 capsules a day. The only product we sell that you really ought to take with food is the probiotics. You can take all the rest of them on an empty stomach. And the digestive enzymes. The enzymes don't do crap unless you take them with food. They're just a complete waste. So don't do that either. So enzymes, probiotics, and food, everything else you can take on an empty stomach. That means if you eat 1 or 2 meals a day, and I'm saying take 12 capsules of upper GI relief a day, 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, and 4 at night, take them on an empty stomach, please. Because if you message back after 30 to 40 days and you're like, I'm not seeing anything, and you're taking a quarter of the dose, I'm going to say, please follow the protocol. Okay. Now, on constipation issues, right? If you take the dosing, you'll see that we have a fiber product we add in there on that. The fiber is low FODMAP. It's in there for both constipation and diarrhea. It works. The reason we added that in is because that's the fiber that was used in the studies that our research team did, and for issues like SIBO issues and stuff like that. So that's where that fiber comes from. Okay. If you're not sure what to do, you can still message me. Okay. So if there's problems, I'm still available. You can still send me DMs. The whole purpose of this whole protocol section is we don't want to do any pressure sells. I build out protocols. I've been doing it on Instagram forever. The goal isn't to pressure people to buy anything. My responsibility is to put together stuff that I know will work for you. I'm never going to push anybody to buy anything. So if you're one of those people that is like, I've tried everything, I just don't trust anybody anymore, why would I trust you? I mean, I don't know what to say. We built the protocols to work. We assume most of you have had bad experiences. If you finish the protocols, you'll see results. That's it. Those of you that don't believe it and you're extremely skeptical, I really don't have anything to say. I'm a skeptic too, and I get it. I don't know what else to say. So I'm not going to convince people to buy stuff they don't want to buy. I don't think that's the correct thing to do. So, brass tacks. Does this help with food intolerances and food issues? Yeah, we're not food avoidance folks. My goal is when you get into the protocol, by the time you get into the high doses of cleanse, the bloating and the problems should start to subside a lot. You should start feeling better. When you get into the cleanse and the probiotics together, within a few months after that, you should be able to slowly start introducing foods back into your diet. Okay. A lot of people say, what's the lifestyle during this? Well, let's start off with some basics. Artificial sweeteners are a train wreck on the gut. So if you're having a Diet Dr. Pepper, a Diet Coke, a pre-workout loaded in sucralose, asulfame, potassium, you're having your protein drink loaded with sucralose, asulfame, potassium, that's not great. Okay, like I said, I'm not a big food avoidance person, but if you're trying to correct a big mess and you're using a big protocol to do it, but you continue to feed the big mess, that's a problem. The protocols are built assuming that a lot of people are stressed. Okay, so if you were to say, hey, what's ideal? I mean, less stress, but I don't know how to tell you to do that because I have high stress too. So the protocols are built for people that have high stress. They're built to be effective for them. Can you continue to take your vitamins and your other stuff? Yes. I'm begging you not to take probiotics and prebiotics that you shouldn't be taking. Okay, so and as big as the protocols are, you'll see that they're pretty specific. Like there's motility, which is like a couple products. There's the clean out. There's one product, and then you build out is two products. I didn't add fluff into the protocols. There's not fluff in there. So you going and buying and bringing all these things into it, that's your call if you want to do it. The protocols aren't built assuming you're adding tons of stuff. Is this a program where you're going to be on products forever? No, that's not. That if I have protocols and they're big and they're aggressive and you have to stay on them, let's be honest. Did it work? No, that's the answer. So no, we're not trying to build reliance. So the goal is like on motility. If you have motility issues and you're living on laxatives, the goal is to get you off of laxatives, okay? It's to help you move away from laxatives. Does that mean you need to take our product forever? Nope. Upper GI relief, is it good for people like, for example, long-term that don't have gallbladders? I think it's extremely helpful in that situation. I think our science team and dietitians would say that it's very helpful in that situation. We work with 2 dietitians that don't have their gallbladders that love upper GI relief long-term. But the protocols are not built to cause anybody to be reliant upon them. That's not our business model. That's not what we're doing. What I'm trying to do is get people to maintenance as fast as possible. Maintenance is maintenance. It's a minimum load of supplements. Okay, so maintenance would be you take probiotics, or if you're working like I am doing right now, the guinea pig for our science team on the metabolism stuff. So I take the probiotics and the prebiotics long term, and we're starting to add in more stuff for the metabolism that's coming that I really like. And I'll go play in the fun area of gut health, which is, for me, if you're asking me what my goal is for my customers, is to get them to the point where they not only feel good, but they can live a normal lifestyle and they can have a healthier body and body composition, and they feel better, mood's better, skin's better, nails are better, hair's better, all of that. Does that mean that the protocol is going to make somebody like me who's genetically bald have hair on my head again? No, I didn't say that either. So the protocols work. If you have any questions, as always, you can always message me. Thank you much and good luck. Bye.